Hello, sweet friends. Today we're going to do a superhero Nidra. So sit back, relax, get yourself all comfy, cozy, tucked in, and begin to connect with your breath in this moment. Finding a breath that's really comfortable for you. Some folks tend to go towards a deep breath when we step into yogic things or meditation or Nidra. But notice what breath works for you. There's no right or wrong. Settling into your breath in this moment, connecting with your body, noticing if the body has any needs. Even if you need to pause the recording, grab water, run to the bathroom, grab a snack, do that. This is your practice, and it's perfect as it is. There isn't a right or wrong. It's about honoring the body, honoring our needs in this moment. Assuming you are back where you need to be, get yourself settled, adjust pillows and blankets, and begin to bring to mind your favorite superhero. Now, we don't have to choose Marvel or DC, maybe it's something else, from a comic book, a game, a movie. Just notice what comes to mind. What's interesting is even deities and other entities might be connected with the idea of superhero. So just notice. And as you do so, I want you to bring to mind how you feel when you think of them, what emotions arise, if there are thoughts connected with them. And begin to be aware of their powers. Now, not all superheroes are magical. Batman's a detective, for example. Although being rich is magic, I think. And so just notice what they bring to the table, be it supernatural or not. Be aware of how they show up in the world, besides spandex. And as you begin to connect with their powers, notice what's more those emotions. What emotions arise when you think of what they bring to the table? What physical sensations connect with those emotions? So, for example, you might imagine yourself as Superman, flying high above the sky, or a storm bringing down lightning and wind. Whatever comes up for you. Even Thor and his mighty strength. Just being aware. And notice if there are qualities besides their quote-unquote powers that you're drawn to. Such as Captain America and his loyalty to friends. Or Iron Man and his willingness to self-sacrifice. Just connect with a sense of curiosity. And as we begin to move through the body, let this curiosity, let this connection with these fun characters, with these inspirational heroes, let this connection come to life within you. So even as you move through the body, you might notice different emotions or sensations. And just being aware of what rises. Also being aware of what doesn't. Just because you are thinking of Superman doesn't mean you have to take flight. So just notice. Being with your experience in this moment. Moving through the body, we're going to start with the left thumb. Down between the space between the thumb and the pointer finger, the space between the pointer and the middle, the tip of the middle, the space between and the tip of the fourth finger, the space between and the tip of the pinky, all around the edge of the palm, the heel of the palm, along the thumb itself. and feeling into the lines of the palm. Each one is your own magic, uniquely you. Feeling into the back of the hand, the wrist, the forearm and the elbow, inner and outer, the tricep and the bicep, the shoulder joints, the armpit, the left collarbone and the space between the collarbones. Up the neck, the sides of the neck, the front of the neck, the jaw and the tip of the chin, the ears and the skin beneath the ears, the teeth in the mouth, upper and lower, the tongue resting in the mouth. Maybe see if you can find ease here. Bringing your awareness up to the cheeks and the nostrils, the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, the eyelids and eyelashes, the temples and the eyebrows, the space between the eyebrows, the forehead and the top of the head, the back of the head, back down through the back of the neck and coming back to that space between the collarbones. Now traveling along the right collarbone to the right shoulder, the armpit, the bicep and tricep, outer and inner elbow, the forearm and the wrist, all along the outer edge of the palm, starting at the thumb, working around the heel of the palm, the outside of the palm, feeling into the lines of the palm, and then beginning to move your awareness to the tip of the pinky finger, the space between and the tip of the ring finger, the space, the tip of the middle finger, the space, and the tip of the pointer finger, and the space all the way between the pointer and the thumb. Feeling into your whole hand in this moment. And now being aware of both hands and both arms and how they connect up through the head and the neck. Bringing your awareness now down to the shoulder blades, the well of the shoulder blades left and right, the spot between the shoulder blades and how that connects with the heart center itself, as though there was an invisible line, a bifrost, moving back and forth, from the heart to the back, weaving your experience together. Spreading your wings through the chest and the ribcage, and then letting your awareness settle at the solar plexus, maybe connecting with a sense of strength here. Awareness comes down through the side of the ribs, the sides of the waist, around the low back, the muscles, the tissue, all along the spine, upper and lower, and then back to the belly, the gut, the belly button, and the abdomen. Breathing into your pelvic bowl and the organs held within, the hips and the glutes, the thighs and hamstrings, the front and the back of the knees, shins and calves, ankles and heels, the outer edge of the foot and the inner arch, the soles of the feet and all the lines unique to your feet, the left and the right having their own imprint, just as the right and the left palms share different information as well. It's believed that when we read palms, we read a dominant hand, because each of these 4 different imprints are unique and different. Each aspect of us shows up differently in the world, as though it's its own superpower. Bringing your awareness back to the feet, to the base of the toes. The left big toe and second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. The right big toe and second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. And all of the nails and cuticles and knuckles on the toes. Maybe even the spaces between, as though you could wiggle your toes. And both feet together. Noticing how they feel in this moment. Maybe they're heavy and connected with earth. Maybe they feel restless as though they want to move. or so light as though they could take flight. Maybe they have the speed of the flash. Just noticing. And then bringing your awareness through both legs. And now through the torso. And beginning to become aware of the entire top half of the body and the bottom half of the body. The entire front and back. The left side and the right side. And the wholeness of your body all at once. Working together, an intricate system. The most complex computer that could be. And reconnect with the sense of wonder that you align with your superhero. Maybe you have more than one. It's allowed. And beginning to weave together the idea of this hero. And the hero gets to be whole. All of our heroes often have faults. And their stories are complete when we look at both their strengths, their powers, and their vulnerabilities. So beginning to notice the wholeness of your superheroes, as well as what you are longing for within you. Is there a power or a magic you would like to manifest? Just being curious about what arises. Could it be hope? Courage, wisdom, tenacity. Just being aware of what you want to give birth to. As though you could be touched by lightning and suddenly your power comes to life. Imagine you could breathe into it and feel it coursing through your body, making you sparkle. Noticing how it feels in the body. And what it feels like to suddenly have this power. Being curious about what arises and what doesn't. Noticing if there are parts of this that are not as you thought. There's no right or wrong in our experience, there just is. And then beginning to bring your awareness now once more to your heart center. And begin to notice what's already alive in you. Not this new power, not these new gifts or the gifts of your superhero, but notice what sparkles about you. What's your shine? And if it's hard to attach to that, be aware of what others see in you. Maybe it's how you light up a room, or the gentle kindness you show when comforting a friend. Maybe it's how you inspire others, or your problem-solving abilities. Your sense of ease and peace. Your courage when things are scary. Your stick-to-itiveness, or stubbornness, that can be its own power. Just being aware of what is available to you already. And then begin to let this sense of who you already are blend and mingle with that which you would like to manifest in your world. Feeling into what is and what could be at the same time. Sometimes they dance together so beautifully. And if you'd like, we can turn this into a triquetra, having 3 elements: what is, what could be, and then what inspires you. So notice if you could blend a little bit of the magic sprinkles from your superhero. So if there is a sense of being able to read others' minds. And your own innate power is compassion. And you'd like to wake up wisdom. How can these three begin to dance together? Or if your superhero has wicked strength, and your internal gift is tenacity, and you'd like to wake up endurance, the ability to push through, which might be different than tenacity. Noticing how these aspects can dance together. And maybe the aspects feel very different. Maybe what you long for is to be grounded and content. But your hero is a Valkyrie who takes to the skies. And your gift is a sense of wonder. Notice how these things can weave in and out, creating a unique and integrated experience as specific to you as each palm and each sole of the foot is. All of these ingredients making up who you are, who you could be, and what you deeply long for. No superhero can be complete without an origin story. So maybe this is a moment where your origin story can spark. And saving a random chemical accident, it might mean that you have to put some work into this spark. So notice what you need to do. What I love about Batman is that besides the ridiculous wealth and access to resources, he's a problem solver. He's quite bright. He knows how to develop gadgets. He is a detective. He's able to work through things. But he also has his own code. Though violence is part of his story, certain types of aggression are not. But he doesn't do it on his own. So too does Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle has all of these alien gifts bestowed upon him, but the original Blue Beetle couldn't figure out how to work the scarab. So he had to come up with gadgets and tools. Even the Green Lantern has to have its ring, but each lantern is different. So beginning to be aware of what you can do, what steps you can take to bring these three aspects to life. If flight is what you long for, what can you do to make your world a little lighter? Just notice. And as many superheroes have teams, such as the Justice League or the Avengers, think about who you can invite to be on your team. What aspects aren't part of you and what you want to manifest, but would complement your story? Who represents those aspects in your life? Who helps to wake you up to what is special within you by connecting with our own shine? And as we connect with those around us, our magic weaves together, and we're able to make these potions of experience that are radically amazing. Begin to take a breath and coming back to the sensations of your body in this moment. Knowing that as you move through the world, you can have a sense of these different powers within you. Borrowing from your superhero friend, connecting with that which you would like to manifest, connecting with that which is already within you. Noticing how you can bring it to light. And then also being aware of that fourth element of the way community helps us connect with our own wholeness and helps us integrate with the world around us. Feeling all of these aspects in your body, and then noticing the physical sensations in this moment, the emotions that are arising. Maybe as you begin to move your body and come back into the space, there's a sense of wonder or curiosity, even silliness. Or maybe you've tapped into your power and you're ready to take on the world. Just be aware of what arises within you. And know that your gifts are so freaking precious. You are supported, whether it's easy to see that or not. Beginning to notice the sounds around you, the air against the skin, the light at the back of the eyes, the feeling of body parts that are connected to each other in this moment, the way the hand might feel in the belly, or the fingers against one another, the hair against the neck. Just noticing how the body interacts with itself. And when you're ready, take a few nourishing breaths, maybe finding that breath that is yours. It could be different in this moment. And in your own time, blink the eyes open, blending the inner world and the outer world. My friends, go forth and step into your own innate badassery. And so it is, this Nidra is complete.